Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. And a little bit of a dreary day here in North Carolina, but not cold. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear on this beautiful brand new microphone, this Shure 7 something or other. So far, so good. Gotta love it. I think it was well worth the investment. In the background, I've got Clay backing me up, doing all the technical stuff in the background. So hopefully everything works out well. So Skypers here, Marshall, Mark, Chris, Ken, Marv. Glad to have you all here today. Man, not a pretty day in the market today, huh? Looking at all the major indices, nothing is down. There it is. Nothing is down by a lot, but a big turnaround for the day. As I was watching the market throughout the morning activity, we dropped down and jumped up and went up nicely, and now turned back around. All the major indices are down, but not down by a lot. And I bought shorts today. Was I wrong, Glenn? Yes. I wouldn't go short yet today. Today's just man, you guys react so much to the daily moves rather than looking at the trends of the market. What is my goal here? What is my hashtag? What is the hashtag that I'm trying to get to go viral? And that's going to answer your question, Golden Child. What is the hashtag that I'm trying to get you guys to get on board with instead of making, in my opinion, knee-jerk reactionary decisions? It is one day doesn't make a trend. That's right. And there you go, Ross. TTCNYH. Trade the chart, not your heart. And one day doesn't make a trend. The Golden Child says, I'm overly anxious. That's an emotion, right? Anxiety is an emotion, I think. I'm not a psychologist person thing, so I think that it's an emotion. And trade your chart, not the trend. I didn't say that, Mac Daddy. I said trade the chart, not your heart. You're gonna add up a whole nother something. I'm trading with my heart, says Golden. Dang it. All right, so let me move from this. First off, let's look at all of the yellow in the color guard. One green happened yesterday. Primary wave is still up. Yes, all of the major indices are down. My portfolio is taking a hit, but guess what? I've got stops in place. Someone talked to me yesterday about YRD. As it worked out because it was one of my picks for the week on Monday. It got slammed. YRD got slammed. I'm not 100% sure why, but it got slammed. So with that being said, let's get into the program. Let me talk to you, Golden Child, what I'm talking about, all right? As I look at, and Clay, can you do me a favor? Can you move me over? I'm right in front of my camera, but yeah, I don't know how to change that. Can you move me over into the screen set for them? All right. And Golden Child, as you can see, here's a trend in the market. We had a down day, created a bearish harami. All right. Nice up day yesterday. Here's today. Where are we, Golden Child? We're still in an uptrend. One day doesn't make a trend. One day doesn't make a trend. But what does concern me is the big wick at the top of today's candle. What is that? That's showing me some selling pressure. What else? I got a solid red bar. What is that? The price is falling from the open. So those two things concern me, but not actionable yet. Where do I start to take action? If we break down through the downtrend. If we break down through the downtrend, where is our next level of support? Right here at about 65.90. All right? Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Just type a yes or a no. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? I do not want you guys trading off of just the daily action, daily news. The news is going to be there. I keep telling you that. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing that I can do about it. But trade the chart. And we're still in an uptrend. I still consider this the bottom. We went up. We had confirmation. Primary wave is still up. Our indicators are still rising. But if we start to break down through the downtrend in Golden Child, I wouldn't say you play the market short. What I would say is to tighten stops. Number one, I'd be defensive. I would be becoming more defensive. That's what, and not feeling the do yet. Let me go put on the call for the do. DEW. We haven't gotten an up call on the DEW timing call yet. We still haven't gotten it. All right, and that is our middle of the road market timing call. After we got the primary wave up, let's go put the primary wave up. Once we got the primary wave up, look at that, 2 days off the bottom, the fastest indicator we have. Fastest indicator that we have. All right. Oh, we got 75,000 subscribers. Clay, you didn't tell us. Congratulations. Type a W in the room. We got 75,000 subscribers. Type a W in the room for that. You guys are helping us to grow tremendously. And I can only attribute it to the content that Ryan and I put out. We put up a lot of content for you. We do. And I'm glad that it shows. I'm glad that it shows. RNMBY lost me money with the VectorVest stop. Let's go look at that real quick. I want to go look at RNMBY. RNMBY, Rheinmetall. I talked a lot about it. And you know, Marvin, I don't know when you bought it, but when I talked about it, it had already started to get ready to rise. How many of you made money with Rheinmetall? Type a 1 in the room. After I talked about it, how many of you made money with RNMBY? Type a 1 in the room. All right. And I'm not sure when you bought it, Marvin. And I don't know if it was after the fact that I talked about it after it had gone up. It's gone down. But you know what is promising about the move yet going down is that 2 days of indecision, no big moves. I mean, it's a $286 stock. Not a lot of price move on this. But Marvin, there are people that did make money. I'm not sure. Sharon says, I noticed that before I jumped on. Okay. I'm just interested in seeing how much it'll fall. Number one, RT is still above 1, even though it's falling. It's losing momentum. It is undervalued. More things I like about it than not. But we all know, Marvin, stocks don't go up forever, nor do they go down forever. And I'm not sure what kind of stop you used. I'm not sure why you got stopped out. It all depends on the kind of stop you got in place. All right. But I did want to take a look at that because I know that I did talk about it. And not only did I like the stock going up, I did like the rising volume. So everything was right about it when I started talking about it. There's a lot of buildup of defense in Europe. This stock is taking advantage of that. So is SAABY, Saab as well. I know, yeah, it's a rare thing from you. I'm talking, what? That the stock goes down after I talk about it? It happens. Listen, if I was right 100% of the time, wouldn't you think that something was fishy? Think about that. If I was right 100% of the time, wouldn't you think something is fishy? I wouldn't trust that. I'm just putting that out there. That's all. I wouldn't trust that. All right. So interesting. I wanted to talk about that because I did talk about it. Going back to the market timing graph, though, but we like fish. I'm going to always give you fish. I'm going to always give you fish. All right. But again, flags, big red, big wick at the top of the candle, as well as, a growing red solid candle. But we are still in an uptrend off of the primary wave. And interesting, as someone just said, in regards to continuation of the move, the DEW never kicked over. So we'll see. Best traders are about half about half of the time. I don't even know. Spotify is a stock that I'm going to talk about today, John. Ooh-wee. Spotify is the only one out of those three. Glenn, if you were right 100% of the time, you wouldn't need to work. That's true. Ron said, sometimes your fish are stinky. He called my fish stinky. Damn, that's rough. I got stinky fish. Sometimes they will. All right. With that being said, let's talk about the news that's moving the market. Let's get into that real quick. Web stories. There we go. Stock advances. Now, this was a story that I had put up earlier today. All right. So since then, the market's pulled back a little bit. Stocks advance on signs the U.S. economy is holding up. Markets wrap. All right. Headline story. Now, Here's some stories that were of stocks, bigger stocks that were moving, starting with NVIDIA. NVIDIA rose about 2%. The stock closed higher on Wednesday. This was from yesterday. Chief Executive Jensen Huang told the Financial Times the leading maker of artificial intelligence chips plans to spend hundreds of billions of dollars on chips. That's a lot of money. It's a lot. And there's a lot of money being invested in AI infrastructure. But one of the things that I'm going to talk about for tomorrow's 6 p.m. video is the power. And where's the power going to come from? I'm going to give you some stocks that should be able to take advantage of the ability to provide the power for the big investment in AI. If AI is moving as much as it is, guess what? I think the next big mover is going to be the stocks to provide the energy for the AI boom. So tomorrow's video is going to be looking at exactly what stocks, and I believe there's about 11 of them or so, or it might be 19. I don't know, I don't remember, of energy companies that will be providing the energy to back up the grid for the AI boom. So we'll see. Have you had fish balls with what is that? Isn't that caviar? Ugh, I don't want caviar. I don't know how many of you eat caviar. If you eat caviar, you're probably hoi polloi. That's not me. I'm not hoi polloi. I'm not that. What did Mark? Mark said something. Mark says checking in from Tylertown, Mississippi, offering our off-grid housing for tornado relief efforts. Can't stay. Good for you, Mark. Mark is doing a lot of great things business-wise, and I'm glad for him. Totally glad for him. So what do you think about uranium right now? Jazz, a couple of stocks in that space for the energy production are going to be in my, for uranium, are going to be in my video tomorrow. Thank you, VectorVest, a new all-time high for my trading account. Woo! Can we get ones in the room for Dennis? Can we get some ones in the room for Dennis? Way to go, Dennis. And, you know, that's something that could reach out to the people who are brand new to the channel, who haven't taken advantage of a trial to the VectorVest software. You know, you can get a 30-day trial for $9.95. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. 30-day trial for $9.95. Dennis, man, I'm loving that. I'm loving that. 110%. And for me, I always like to say that I would rather new people hear it from VectorVest subscribers. All right. EV says, Glenn, I signed up for the 30-day VV. Way to go, EV. I'm glad. All we can do is point it out. It's up to you to take it. It's up to you to take it. But I want the new people in the room to at least look at what the VectorVest subscribers are telling you. All right, what else moved today? Intel fell, ending a 5-session winning streak. The chip maker was the worst performer in the S&P yesterday. The stock has risen sharply since the company last week appointed former board member Lip-Bu Tan as its new chief executive. That stock did move on the news, but we've got to see if Intel is really in the game for the long term, and what are they going to do to pivot to be more relevant in the space. That is our U.S. provider of semiconductors, all right? But everybody else is kicking their butt. Ryan did a great video last night about AMD and Lisa Su. He did a short today about taking down Intel and now going after NVIDIA. That's a big undertaking. Does anybody in the room think that AMD has the wherewithal to actually overcome NVIDIA? Type of 1 if you believe that, type of 2 if you don't. Do you think that AMD can actually overtake NVIDIA? Type of 1 if you agree with that, type of 2 if you don't. I am over the side right now that NVIDIA is just such a powerhouse in the market that even AMD cannot overtake them at this point and at this time. And I don't know if they ever will, because NVIDIA is so far above the curve. NVIDIA is the powerhouse in the chip, GPU, all that stuff. I don't think AMD can do it, but I liked Ryan's short today, Lisa Su is gonna go after it. Gonna go after it. I want to see if she can do it. Looks like the twos have it, says Bill. Yeah. Two, not built on ARM technology for energy savings. Aha. And again, energy stocks for the AI revolution. I don't know how I'm going to name it yet. All right. So again, I like Hamoxy. I do. There's room for two players, NVIDIA and AMD. John, I'm okay with that. My question was, does AMD overtake NVIDIA? And I don't think so. AMD has a lot of growth potential. All right. We'll see. That might not be a bad video. I need to write that down. Clay, can you put that in our chat? Can AMD overtake NVIDIA? I think that would be a good video. I think that could be a good video. CLS quietly moving up this week. We'll see if we can get that in as one of your stock picks today. CLS and VST. Remember, we're going to see if we can get, I want to get through these because I'm going to try something different again today when we look at stocks. Meta, don't fear. The turning point may have arrived. Meta's AI strategy has still not received the plaudits it deserves. Now, again, this is an individual person talking about it. It has been infusing AI into its ad-driven business model while opening up new growth optionalities in the enterprise and consumer AI applications. At a forward valuation multiple in line with its 5-year average, I think the market seems too downcast over its growth prospects. All right. And Meta fell into bear market territory as the Mag 7 advanced faltered. We're going to take a look at Meta. Another stock, and I got to shout out one of my bosses, Mark B. All right. He's the vice president of sales and marketing. He's been telling us to keep our eyes on Broadcom for the longest time. I disagreed with him, but I'm shouting him out right now in this video. I hope he watches this. Mark, I'm shouting you out right now. Broadcom leads semiconductor stocks higher after Tuesday's sell-off. The tech-heavy NASDAQ climbed 1.4 to conclude at 17,750, while the Philadelphia Semiconductor stocks increased by 1%. AMD is in that list. NVIDIA, Marvel, QCOM, Texas Instruments, Micron, ON, ADI, TSM, Intel. Yesterday, the tech stocks had a run. They did. But looking at Broadcom, look at that. It was leading the way with a 3.6% gain yesterday. All right. So we're going to look at AVGO. And NVIDIA and AMD, I think, are in the list as well. I think I put in the semis into that list. Here we go. Now let's talk about crypto. The Fed holds interest rates at 4.5 to 4.5. Bitcoin surges 4%. News-driven. All right? News-driven. Not a good video, and it's highly unlikely. You don't think it's a good video about AMD versus NVIDIA? Well, we're going to see. I'm still going to do the video. I think I'm going to do the video. I don't for the gossips. I use VectorVest for my technical indicators, misleading news or poison. How many times I'm trying to keep putting in your head, folks? The news is the news. The news is the news. You can't change it. I can't change it. Trade the chart, not your heart. I need everybody at some point in time to get on board with that thinking. Trade the chart, not your heart. The news could be poisonous, but the news also gives insights as to what's going on and why. So I'm not telling you to ignore it. I'm just telling you before you make decisions on individual stocks, trade the chart, not your heart, and also keep your eyes on market timing. Troy says, I am hood for crypto. All right, so let's go into another story. Minnesota joins the pro-crypto movement with a new bill to integrate Bitcoin into state investments and tax system. More states are coming on board with this. All right, AMD versus NVIDIA, unlikely. Well, we'll see. I still am going to do a video. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to do a video. John said, come on, hit the like button. We got 68 likes. You know me. For every 10 likes we get, you get a stock. All right? Every 10 likes we get, you get a stock that we're going to look at the end. What do you think about investors investing in the European and Asian markets? I'm not a fan of the Asian markets. Every time China moves on news, they fall very quickly within a few days, maybe a week. And I've seen it time and time again historically. Chinese stocks will pull the rug from under your feet each and every time. Now, when it comes to the European stocks right now, I'm on board with them because the European nations are ramping up their defense budgets, which is going to be huge for their economies. So we'll see. More so the European than the Asian markets, Golden Child. That is my 2 cents. Do you think the market is going to go up in 2025 or this year will be like 2022? That's tough. And the reason why it's tough, because we have to find out what the true effects of tariffs is going to be. I think April 2nd is going to be a big day because all of the retaliatory tariffs go into effect. April 2nd is going to be a big day in the market. Once all these, and so Amir, I can't answer that question. I don't know the full effect that tariffs are going to have on the market outside of rising inflation. Other than that, I don't know. This market has been really a difficult market. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. All right, swell. Wait and see. Trading until 4-2. I'm just saying, on 4-2, that's when the retaliatory tariffs take effect. Now, staying with crypto, right? Trump reiterates the U.S. crypto push. Bitcoin turns negative. There's a lot of eyeballs on crypto right now. A lot of states are getting involved. Government from the crypto reserve. A lot of news on crypto. I'm not sure that it's enough to really push crypto yet. I'm just not sure. It looks like we're forcing our way into the crypto realm, same way that we forced ourselves into the EV realm. I would have loved to have seen us go from hybrid to EV rather than getting the EV thrown down our throats. I think the same kind of narrative is being done with crypto. Does anybody agree with that? Type of 1. Does anybody agree with that, or am I on an island all by myself? All right? Am I on an island all by myself? I'm very interested. Glenn, do you agree that the biggest risk to the market is Trump or something else? Nope. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, Akshaya. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. So I'm not answering that question. All right, with that being said, I don't understand how to trade crypto and what each coin is backed by. Golden Child, either do your research or stay out of it. One of the two. Do you have a volleyball? I do not. Will NVIDIA grow like it did last year? Juan, I think so. I think that AI is not going anywhere. NVIDIA is a powerhouse in the AI space, a leader in the AI space. With all of the money being invested in AI infrastructure, I think that NVIDIA has another good year today. What did Jazz say? Jazz says, do you have, I don't know. I don't understand the volleyball thing. At least you're just talking about back and forth between the tariffs. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Okay. All right, next story. Micron, and this is why is this important? Because Micron reports tonight, right? Micron, and this is an interesting story, unveils the world's fastest AI memory solutions in partnership with who? NVIDIA. So the question just came up about NVIDIA. I am still a big supporter, a big bull on NVIDIA. Micron saw a 14% increase over the past week, potentially influenced by its groundbreaking product announcements. The company became the first to ship both the HBM3E and memory products designed for AI servers. That's going to be huge. I think Micron is something you got to keep your eyes on. Collaboration with NVIDIA to bolster their AI infrastructure added momentum. This partnership aligns well given the broader tech industry's recent uptick, as seen in NVIDIA's modest gains amid the sector's overall recovery. Micron, NVIDIA, everybody and their mama wants to get on board with NVIDIA. Why? Because it's like everything NVIDIA touches turns to gold, right? Remember when I was going to do any updates? I'm going to get to there, Mukesh. I'm going to get to there. MU should win no matter what processor. I don't disagree with you, Marcus. Thanks, because I have a good percentage of my portfolio in it. All right. Now, interesting. Remember I said that the only company I saw challenging Tesla was Rivian? Rivian stock drops after downgrade. The analyst says it pains us. I'm going to go down to that. It pains us in regards to Rivian. But at this point, we cannot justify recommending Rivian in 2025. We like Rivian's strategy, and over the next several years, we'd rather own Rivian than any of the Detroit 3 automakers. That's a big statement. So we're looking at GM, we're looking at Ford, we're looking at Stellantis. This guy would rather own Rivian over the 3 main car manufacturers. I don't know if I agree with that. But, however, growth will likely be difficult in 2025. So there goes that video. There goes that video about the next stock that I think that could challenge Tesla would be NVIDIA. Woo! All right, I like the idea to start buying Tesla leaps, really. No matter what goes on with Tesla, whether you like Elon Musk, you like the company, whatever else, it's hard to bet against Elon long term. And I think that leaps are a good way to go. Rivian is a Tesla spinoff. No, it's not. I like the idea. Leaps may not be a bad play. Long-term play, you're going to spend a lot of money for the leap, though, because you're buying so much time. But and you can sell covered calls against the leap. You do know that, right? NVIDIA, when looking at trading gaming computer components, it is either Intel built in on the chip, okay, not great, or NVIDIA chip. NVIDIA chip is a better chip. All right, next story. NVIDIA Quantum Day, D-Wave, IonQ, Rigetti, talk to Jensen. So, someone asked me, any update on Quantum Day? There it is live. I got it live. It's not all the way live. Let me zoom that all the way up. It might be over. No, it's not over yet. Oh, it might be over. But how long was this? Oh, it ended 21 minutes ago. While I was watching it, Ryan made me watch it. I didn't want to watch it. But Ryan said, hey, can you find it? And I found the link for him. And he was up on stage with Rigetti and IonQ and D-Wave. So with that being said, RNMBY dropping, yes, Marvin told me about that. But even with the drop, I want to show you something when it comes down to RNMBY. Because I did look at it. There it is. Let's bring it back up. It's getting a bigger down candle today. Let's go put this on a 1-month graph. Put this on a 3-month graph. Oh, that's why I don't have a ton of information, a ton of stuff. This is still relatively brand new. It is falling. Now, what was the high here? The high here was 318, currently trading at 281. That is a big drop. Marv, you still here? Marv, you still here? So that is a lot of drop. That's why you got to have stops in place. I took profits on the stock after I started seeing it fall yesterday. I took profits on the stock because I got in earlier. I talked to you about it earlier. I got in earlier. I took profits and I'm out. Should I be out taking a loss now? Right now, calculate 10% from 318. What does that give you? All right. Calculate 10% down from 318. What's the price? Somebody do the math for me, because I'm going to answer your question right there, Mike. Marv is here. Good. What is 10% from 318? Nobody's doing the math. I'm not doing the math. I'm telling you, I'm not doing the math. 280. Right now, 10% from the high, you're still okay. You're at 281. Marv, you should be down less than 10% because we're not 10% down from this high. We are not 10. Oh, you said 287? How do you get 280 and then we got 281? We got 3 different numbers. How am I supposed to know what number I'm supposed to use? All I need is 10% from 281. Sorry. What's the high? 318. I need 10% from 318. that's where you should be getting out or possibly taking profits. Again, on any stock on 287, then you should have been out. There we go. There we go. 287. We're at 281. You should be out. If any stock I ever give you, the biggest room I'm going to give you on the stock is a trailing 10%. Do all of y'all know that that's the case for me? That no matter what stock I give you as a fish, the most I'm going to tell you to lose is about 10%, a trailing 10%. If you did know that type of one, if you didn't know that, you now know it. Any fish that I give you, I'm going to always tell you to look at a 10% trailing stop. All right? And if 287 was it, then the answer to your question is you should be out. All right? You should be out. Hopefully that answers your question, Marv. Hopefully that answers your question, Mike. All right? Unable to set a trailing stop on it. All right, so you know what you do? You put it into a VectorVest portfolio, put a trailing 10%, and let it give you an alert. Let it give you an alert. Do you know why the market is down today? I think it's got something to do with tariffs still being in the news. Right now, Todd Schaefer sent me over a graphic that manufacturing is going up, but the market or the economy is slowing. I don't know if that's what you call stagflation or not. I don't know if that's what you call stagflation or not. All right, I'm not an economist, but how about this? Because I'm not an economist, I want to show you a new book that I got. All right, I'm not an economist, but what I want to put in for you is to get you better understanding on a lot of things. There's my new book. I went out and got this book so that I can speak a little bit more intelligibly about economics. It's called The Economics Book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. That's what it's called. All right? So I'm going to be reading through this book. It's got pictures. Look at this. It's glossy and it's got pictures. I want to make sure that a lot of the things that I'm not sure about, especially when it comes down to the economy, I want to make sure I'm preparing myself to be able to speak more intelligibly on that. You know why? Because I love you guys. All right? That's why. Is it published by FOMC? No. It is published. Why are you asking me that question? That's not it. The economics book. I don't know much about it. DK London, DK Delhi, a Penguin Random House. All right. It's got a lot of cool stuff in here. But I love the pictures. But again, what's the name of the book? The book is called The Economics Book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. Big Ideas Simply Explained, The Economics Book. All right? I didn't need somebody with a tie, stiff neck, trying to teach me economics. I wanted an easy way to be able to, because if I can understand it in an easy way, then it allows me to be able to understand it and be able to explain some of the things out there for you. Because the FOMC digests economic reports and explains them on their website. So maybe you go to the FOMC website to find out information on that. Is RMBC in bankruptcy? Company coming back, or why is the market on it? Oh, for us, Lou, we just put it into the database. I was interested in the stock, and I got our data team to put it into the database. Hey, Glenn, I remember you said once a month you're going to show us how powerful the VectorVest software is. I do that. I do it more than once a month. Especially in the portfolios that I have. Oh, you can't see that yet. Nope, not yet. I'm not sure what I was referring to when I said that. I need to know when I said that and why I said that. I don't remember why. All right, let's go back to the viewers. Ryan's quantum list with the quantum day. I wanted to start off there but we do a lot on charts for you. I just did a video, Golden Child, on the 3 charts that you all need to know about. How many of you watched that video? The 3 charts that every investor needs to know about. All right. Type a 1 if you watched that video. Check that out, Golden Child. And I think between Ryan and I, we do a lot of stuff when it comes down to charts. Maybe I got to do another 3 indicators, but I don't want to inundate you with a lot of technical stuff. The 3 that I gave you were straightforward. Whether you're looking for long-term, short-term plays, I think that that's probably the better way to go than to just keep throwing out more and more charts. All right, so Quantum Day, out of 29 stocks, only 4 stocks going up. TSM, Honeywell, NVIDIA, and AMD. Those are the only 4 going up. The big ones that everybody's looking at, Atom, down 3%. LAES, down over 10%. Qubit, down over 12%. Rigetti, these are the big names. Where's my QBTS? QBTS, down over 18%. All right. Good googly muggly. Not a good day for quantum stocks, even though they're being featured today at the GTC. Not a good day. MicroStrategy, only down 1%. But a lot of the big names that a lot of you like are getting double-digitly hit. All right, that's what's 2. Where is it? Clay, can you find that video on the 3 charts that everybody needs to know about and pin it to the room for me, please? NVIDIA just turned from hold to sell. I like, stocks, when it comes down to the stocks, like, actually, hold on, go back. My stock picks for the day, Glenn's picks. What I did, I'm going to tell you what I did. My picks for the day are going to all be tech stocks. You want to know how I got to these AI picks? These are all AI picks. These are my top 5 picks right now for AI. Does anybody want to know how I got to these stocks? Yes or no? Because if you say no, I'm going to go to another subject. But does anybody want to know that out of the list of AI stocks, how I got to find that these were the top stocks for me as far as AI stocks is concerned? Only one person said yes. All right, fine. I'm not going to do it.
You talking about 3 graph layouts?
Yep. Yes. Okay. That one. Clay is going to put that video about the 3 graph layouts. All right, so here we go. What I did is I went to the AI list, right? All right, we got 73 stocks in here. So instead of trying to go through each and every one, I wanted to see the ones that had the most momentum. And what I went to was to the beginning of the year, first trading day of the year, January 2nd. Quick test all. Now, this is interesting. Number 1, 57 losers. We know that this space has gotten hit. But what stocks did the best from January 2nd until right now? I sorted this by price change. Look at this. Look at this. And Micron reports today, 18%. While a lot of these stocks went down over the time period, how about MU up 18%, Katos up 19%, Spotify pushing 30%, Palantir, who'd let you know about Palantir? 15%, Baidu up 13%, LTRN 10%, IBM 10%. How cool is it that we can go through a list of 73 stocks to find out year to date which stocks are moving the most? And that is how I got to this list today. You guys always like fish. That's how I got to the news today of the top moving AI stocks year to date. Let's graph these. All right, let's graph these. Interesting, Spotify was in an uptrend, stopping right at resistance right now. Nice open candle, RT above 1, overvalued, but moving over the last, I'm put this on 3 months. It's on 3 months. There we go. Next one. Micron. I like this going into earnings. Grossly overvalued, bouncing off support. It's got a headwinds right here at a level of 113.72. I'm going to give a price target. Got it right here. I'm going to give a price target on MU after earnings, $120. It's trading at 103. I am doing it live and in person. I'm giving a price target on MU of $120. Write it down. I'm still holding my price target on NVIDIA at 175. Believe you me, I still am. All right, wow, look at Katos. Look at Katos, trade the trend, new as a buy recommendation, RT above 1. Roger says, I hope so. I'm holding MU calls. But guess what? If the stock goes against you, how much before you get out? Type it in the room. I already talked about it. I want to make sure everybody's listening. What is my bona fide stop on any stock I give you? Type it in the room. What is my bona fide stop that I'm telling you to use on any stock, any fish that I give you? Any of you listening? Sigh. Not just 10%, trailing 10%. Trailing 10%. Better yet, Bill said half your gains. I'm for that as well. Trailing 10%. All right? Trailing 10%. Clyde, where did you get 8? Did you hear me say 8 at any point in time? Did you hear me say 8 at any point in time? No. All right. Trailing 10. I want all of you to remember that. Trailing 10% stop on fish and a side of tartar sauce. It's normally 8. That's not me. That's you. That's you. I give a trailing 10%. I give the stock. I think that's enough room. That's enough room. All right. What else is in here? Hold on. There's Palantir. Am I ready to buy Palantir? I'm still in Palantir, and I'm okay that I'm still in Palantir. Interesting that it didn't break through this trend line yet. Didn't break through this level of support yet. I still own Palantir. If it falls below trend line, though, I'm telling you not to buy it. I'm not telling you to buy it yet either. I need to see some movement on it. Trailing decline is a new strategy I'm going to practice. You know what the cool thing about a trailing 10%? It trails from the highest point the stock has hit since you owned it. So it allows the runners to run up, and trail from the highest point that you owned it. That's why I like a trailing 10. All right. Glenn, are you selling calls on Palantir? You can learn to love. No, I'm not selling calls. I told you guys 7,500 trillion billion times. I own Palantir outright. I'm playing with house's money. I am going to trade the stock and hold it forever. Holding it forever. If it goes down to 0, I'm okay. I still made my money on the stock. That's me. All right. And the last stock on the list is LTRN, using AI for finding of new drugs. This one I'm not feeling nearly as much. All right. And this one I'm not feeling nearly as much. I do have a level of support, even though it made the list that it was up over year to date. I'm not feeling it right now. Does Robinhood allow you to set trailing stop? I have a Robinhood account. I don't use it very often. I don't know. Truth in qubits, too. You're in there. Glenn, no trailing 10%. Now, I told you. Oh, my gosh. I told you, no, I'm not doing a trailing 10 on. How many understand that I own Palantir outright? I'm not playing with my money anymore. And that's why I'm holding it long-term forever. That's why I do not have a trailing 10 on it. All right. I wanted to talk about that as my fish because I did the work to find out what out of all those AI stocks, which ones had gone up the most. All right. Big news stocks. These are the stocks that made my headline stories today. NVIDIA is up. Look at that. Meta is up nicely. No, it's not. None of them are up a lot. Nothing is up at least 1%. But what's hurting me? Quantum. What else is hurting me? Crypto. Those are the two speculative spaces right now. They made the news, but they're hurting me today. More so quantum than crypto. All right. There we go. I'm not giving any more fish today. That was my only set of fish that I wanted to give you, was on the AI stocks, because I found that very interesting that all of the stocks that are moving, that there's some good AI stocks moving. First, this is what we're going to do. We got 90. I'm going to give you 10 stocks today. But listen, do not type a stock in yet. Wait, I want to see how many people listen. I know I got a delay. Good. All right. New people. I'm going to take 5 stocks from new people After they're done, I'm going to take 5 stocks from regular people. So let's start it. New people, type in your stocks, and I will know by way of your name. New people, type in your stocks. I'm taking 5 from new people and 5 from the regulars. I still think that we've got to do more of shouting out the new people to the moon. There you go. DCAM, SoFi, 1. Not you. All right, fine. No. I'm not gonna do that. I gotta keep what's going on. EME, comma, that's from Clyde. Jim, VIST. Virginia, AU. One more. Dunwin, GDXU. All right, now regular people, FTNT from Bill, comma, Remore, QCOM, comma, Roy, Coop, comma, Mukesh, IONQ. And man, I got a lot of new names coming in. I'm going to take, I don't know, BBAI, comma, Terry, Coney. I love shouting out the new people. I do. And QUBT. I already have QUBT in here, I think. QUBT. No, I did not. All right. Golden Child, AWK. I'm giving you more stocks anyway. Bart, MSFT, comma, ASM. I'm putting that in there. I don't know why I said about the new people and regular people. I don't even listen to myself. I just don't even listen to myself. Why? Because I want to go the extra mile to make sure all your stocks are in there. That's why. Ripman, UNH. All right, that's enough. How many likes we get? 94. How many stocks did you get? A lot more than 9. You got double the amount. All right? So, what stocks? Let's start off with what stocks are hurting us the most today out of all your stocks. Wow, Quantum. Again, Quantum. BBAI. I like that stock. I did a video on BBAI. It's going down. GDXU, gold. Gold's taking a little bit of a hit, huh? QCOM, YieldMax on coin. And Vistra Energy, still gold. I got a gold that is moving. CLST is up 4% today. I'm still in ASM. I still hold the ASM. All right, let's take a look at this. Everybody happy for the most part? I spread out the plays today, yes or no? Everybody happy I at least spread out the plays today, yes or no? Between the new people and the regular people. I gotta shout out the new people. I want you guys to come back every day that we're on. All right? I want you guys to come back every single day that we're on, folks. So that's why I want to shout out the new people when I get a chance. ASM, couple of days down, but rebounding. All right, what's the high? The high here was 198. What's 10% of 198? Did it hit what was the low, 173? I don't think it hit 10%. Look at that rebound. A little bit of a bullish engulfing. All right. So let's go take a look at the next stock. I do like to play. One day, I bet you CI is high. There it is at 1.6. CI is high. Why? Because the stock goes up more than it goes down. I like that. Next one, CLS on a rebound coming off of support. Extended line. Stop that. I can't draw my extended line. There we go. Up. I do like the upward move coming off support. I do. Look at that. Shake that dun-da-dun. Shake that dun-da-dun. Look at that. Today went up right to resistance, broke through, and came back. But still in an uptrend. I'd really like to see RT above 1. Let's go to the next one. Wow, AU. Look at that on gold. Still, gold is a hot play right now. Look at the rising volume on that. Holy smokes. Undervalued and rising value. This looks a lot like Orla, ORLA. I like this. Anglo Gold. Let me go show you what Orla looks like. Orla is one of the plays that I own still right now. Look at that. Orla and AU look a lot alike. What I do like about AU is the rising volume. Orla's volume has dropped off a little bit. I like AU. Look at that. Look at that. I like that a lot. I do. All right. Who gave me that play? I'm gonna go up in the chat. Who gave me that play? That is a freaking good play. I'm gonna find out who gave me that. GDXU, AU. Oh, Virginia. New person, way to go, Virginia. That's a good-looking graph. I'm going to write that down. I might have to go get some of that right there. Yeah, I like that. And where's CI? Relative value. Stock is fundamentally sound, too. Relative value, relative safe. Virginia, good play. Good play. Type of 1 in the room for Virginia. That was a good play. All right, let's go to the next one. See, this is why the new people need to talk more often. This is just why the new people need to talk more often. That was a good play, Virginia. Coop. I do like the level of support. Right here. I like the rise. RT's above 1. I like the setup here. What's going to happen is the stock's going to get headwinds at about 114, 113.95. All right. So be careful with that. I do like the move, though. I like the stock move from a hold to a buy. Rising value while it's way undervalued. I like this play, too. I needed to get out of this channel, though. Would I buy it now? I'd step into it. I like the setup and maybe buy more once it breaks through that level of resistance. All right. Let's go to the next one. UNH. I like that, too. Let's go extend it. UNH, nice move. A little volatile in the move. CI is not above 1. It doesn't go up more than it goes down. Keep that in mind. RT is above 1. Stock's in an uptrend. It's going to get headwinds at this level of the swing high right here. But you got some move to the upside. You know what else I want to look at? Graph layouts. Early way to get into this would have been my 3.8. The 3.8 crossed to the upside here, came back down, found that level of support. 3.8 is crossed. It's in 3.8 territory. Short term, I like it. And the trend line is in play. RT is above 1. Long term, be careful with it. Earnings per share is falling. All right, I'm going to switch gears now. We're going to do both. I like the upward trend for those people who are a little bit more swing traderish, right? For those of you who are a little bit more quick traderish, the 3.8 crossed yesterday. It is undervalued. I like this long term too. Rising earnings per share. Short term, I got the 3.8 cross. I'd like to see RT go above 1. It's the only other thing I'm looking for. It's going to have headwinds here. Let's go to the next one. Nice bounce off support. The 3.8's about to cross. Overvalued, value is sort of rising. Earnings per share is rising. I'm looking for two things here. I'm looking for the 3.8 to cross, and I'm also looking for RT to go above 1. All right? I'm looking for RT to go above 1. But I like the bounce off support. I need the stock to come to me. It's not there yet. Vistra. I like Vistra Energy, just not right now. RT below 1. I love long-term the stock with rising earnings. I like that it's undervalued, but notice value is falling. Be careful with that. Let's go to the next one. Coney, yield max on coin. I'd rather buy a yield max I'd rather buy a yield max that's going up. I'm not sure that the distribution is outpacing the price decline on the yield max. I'd rather have you in a yield max that's going up. All right. I would not hold this with the yield max going down. Your distribution is getting lower and lower. It may not be worth it for you to be in it. All right, keep that in mind. Microsoft, no, not yet. Trending down, downtrend, little sideways move here. I do like the rising earnings. I don't like the short-term entry. The 3 is not above the 8, and RT is not above 1. Next one, ARK. Nice move. Bottom left, top right. Overvalued. Value is rising. Short-term, look at that. The 3 is crossing below the 8 today. 3 is crossing below the 8 today. RT is above 1. Rising earnings. I do like it long-term. What else do I like for liking it long-term? Look, NPI. It's still got trend. Long-term, it's still got trend. You notice I'm showing graphs that you need to look at depending on how you invest in the stock. If I am long-term on AWK, I'm okay. I'm going to give up a lot, but I'm okay. All right, let's go back to my other graph. Where the flying flip is it? I was just in it. My 3.8. All right, let's go to the next stock. No, right at resistance. Look at that. Right at resistance. It can't break above that level. RT's below one. I love that it's undervalued, but this stock's got to show me something. This stock's got to show me something. Glenn, how about looking at some DEW timing? I already looked at the DEW. It hasn't clicked in yet. The DEW is not up. So not yet, John. A couple other stocks. I got to be done in about 5 minutes. Gold. Little bit of a pullback today, but look at the rebound. Open candle. It's still red because it's lower than yesterday's close. It's open, telling me that the price is higher than the open. That's a rebound for gold. I'm not telling you to get out of gold. Bruce, I did not pull up any earnings. We're at the end of the earnings cycle. I did not pull up any earnings. MU is reporting. I gave a price target of $120 between now and next earnings. I gave a $120 price target on MU. All right. Next one, SoFi. Bounced off support, 3-8 cross, stopped right where? Right at resistance. Love the earnings per share rising. RT tells me short term, not ready yet. The 3-8 cross, let me get above this level. I'm still going to have another level of headwinds, but if we can get above that, short term, I wouldn't mind buying it. Short term, I wouldn't mind buying it. All right. And LB, I needed to break above this line. I needed to break above that level of resistance. And it tried to do it today. Just couldn't hold on. The 3-8 already crossed. RT is above one. I don't like the earnings. So long term, I'm not feeling it. Long term, no. But short term, the 3-8 cross moved up. I need to see it break above that level of resistance, about $83. Next one, BBAI, no. Right now, the answer to that is no. Answer straight up. Which yield max is going up? And me, I have to go take a look at them. I don't know for sure. INOQ, look at that. Nice run up to that level of resistance. Today's sessions at the GTC, still falling. No. Falling earnings, RT below one. Last but not least, Qubit, same thing. Got it to a level of resistance and pulled back. All right. There's your stocks. I gave you 18 stocks, double the amount of the likes. And I took some for each one of you. Now, how many? I got 3 minutes. Let's go see something here. We are on my yield max ETFs. Did I take them out? I think I did. Let's do this. Let's go to portfolios. I think I have a yield max portfolio. I want to see something. Yield max. All right. Let's go find out what yield max. How do I want to do this? I'm going to put this. Hold on. I got a couple of minutes, Amir. Let me see if I can make this happen. Glenn, blank less. Anything in there? No. All right. Let's go to portfolios. Add to watch list. Put that into my blank list. Question from Amir is, which yield max should you look at? Let's go to the beginning of the year. Let's go see what yield max is up the most. How about that, Amir? Quick test them all. None of them. Whew. None of them. That answers your question. Does that answer your question, Amir? Does that answer anybody's question in regards to the yield maxes right now? I'm not feeling them. And I'm not sure that the distributions are enough to outpace the price decline. Does that answer your question, Amir? There you go. That was a quick way to get an answer to your question. All right. So there we go. Clay, take me to my last screen. I'm right on time for you too, buddy. All right, folks. Thank you for being here today. If you're brand new to the channel, you like the content that we gave today, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. For those of you who are looking for stocks that I did not look at today, go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. That gives you a free stock analysis. So we looked at 18 stocks. Anyone who wanted an individual stock looked at that I didn't look at, go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA. All right? We can get you a free stock analysis. If you enjoyed today's analysis, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. All right. With that being said, folks, have a great day. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Sayonara. Aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. I have affinity with the people in Hawaii since I've been there. I love them all. Remember, there's good people in the world. If you can't find one, be one. Odabu. Bom dia. Salam. Shalom. Namaste. Yasu. Until the next time, folks. See ya.